Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are in the world, because I'm here in London doing our nighttime devotion. The devotional is called Conflict and Courage. The title today, No Compromise. 1 Samuel 2 verse 30. Them that honour me, I will honour. In the experience of Daniel and his companions, we have an instance of the triumph of principle over temptation to indulge the appetite. It shows us that through religious principle, young men may triumph over the lusts of the flesh and remain true to God's requirements, even though it costs them a great sacrifice. What if Daniel and his companions had made a compromise with those heathen officers and had yielded to the pressure of the occasion by eating and drinking as was customary with the Babylonians? That single instance of departure from principle would have weakened their sense of right and their abhorrence of wrong. Indulgence of appetite would have invoked the sacrifice of physical vigor, clearness of intellect, and spiritual power. One wrong step would probably have led to others, until their connection with heaven being severed, they would have been swept away by temptation. While Daniel clung to his God with unwavering trust, the spirit of prophetic power came upon him. While he was instructed of man in the duties of court life, he was taught of God to read the mysteries of future ages and to present to coming generations through figures and similitudes the wonderful things that would come to pass in the last days. God designed that man should be constantly improving, daily reaching a higher point in the scale of excellence. He will help us if we seek to help ourselves. Our hope of happiness in two worlds depends upon our improvement in one. At every point, we should be guarded against the first approach to intemperance. Dear youth, God calls upon you to do a work which through His grace you can do. Show a purity of tastes, appetites, and habits that bears comparison with Daniel's. God will reward you with a calm nerve, a clear brain, an unimpaired judgment, keen perceptions. The youth of today, whose principles are firm and unwavering, will be blessed with health of body, mind, and soul. No compromise. So this again is referring back to Daniel and his companions, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Now, of course, they were the Babylonian names. And it refers back to that they didn't indulge in the food and the wine offered to them from the king's table, instead choosing to eat their own food, the lentils and the vegetables or whatever it was. And this enabled them to have a, as says here, what did it say? I've lost it. But they had, so here it is. They would have sacrificed their physical vigor their clearness of intellect and their spiritual power. Food really does feed your mind, your body, and your soul, your spirit. Food affects you in every aspect of your being, food and drink. Everything you put in your body affects you here, affects everything, your eyes, your skin, your hair, everything. This is why the health message is the right arm of the gospel. The more healthy you are, the more clearly you should be able to think and be. And your intellect, that doesn't mean you still need to pray, you still need to do everything we need to do to stay close to God. God designed that man should be constantly improving, daily reaching a higher point in the scale of excellence. And I especially liked it when it says we should be to have two homes. Our hope of happiness in two worlds depends upon our improvement in one. We cannot hope to reach heaven if we haven't done and been how we should be here on earth. Our hope of happiness in two worlds, because when the time comes, the New Jerusalem will come down to where we are now, to earth. This will become heaven. But we need to go through the hell to come first. And you and I should hope not to have to go through that hell, because we would hope that Jesus will come and take us up there first. Well, this becomes hell, and then it becomes heaven. If you don't understand that, drop me a comment. Click like, subscribe, everything you need to do, and I'll be happy to hear from you, and we can reason together.